anybody accept it or not, the only leader with a powerful mantle of leadership from the eastern part of Nigeria is Nnamdi Kanu. There is a difference between ruler and a leader. You may have governors, you may have senators. Those are your rulers because they are using power to force you to do what you don't like. But Nnamdi Kanu, when he tell you everybody should not go out tomorrow, you people refuse to go out, not because you are afraid of Nnamdi Kanu, but because you believe he cannot choose something that can hurt you.
All right. So there was a news that was posted on Sahara Reporters yesterday. Let me read out the news for you. It says, IPOB leader Nnamdi Kanu urges UN to investigate alleged state-sponsored insecurity in southeast Nigeria. What does this mean? It simply means that Nnamdi Kanu is calling on US and UN to investigate those that are sponsoring insecurity in the southeast of Nigeria. Of course, we know that this is not the first time our leader is saying this. That you see this insecurity in the southeast, that some people are sponsoring it, and those people are politicians. He has said it over and over and over again.
Anybody committing crime cannot go scot-free. I swear it. They cannot go scot-free. Anybody involved in any type of crime in the East cannot go free. And they're doing it because I'm in DSS. That's what, if I said no idiot can try this rubbish. And they know it very well. They know it very well. And I suspect that some people in government are complicit. Yes. They are making money with insecurity. That's correct. They're making money with it. They know now the Kanu is outside. In 2 minutes, this nonsense will stop. Who is the idiot? Who is the bagger? That will speak when I'm talking. Who is the fool? Who is the idiot? I ask. That I give an order in the East and any idiot will counter it. Who is the bastard? I'm asking you. Nobody can.
Sir, are you
I'm Nnamdi Kanu. No. Who is the idiot? Rubbish. No, don't.
And those people that are responsible for this are the people that don't want him to come out, because they know that once he come out, him and his team will be able to reduce insecurity drastically in the southeast, and so they don't want him to come out. Anyway, please, I'm not going to talk too much. I want to allow you now to watch this analysis that our brother gave. Maybe after watching it, you understand more what we are talking about when it comes to insecurity in the southeast of Nigeria. Please watch this.
Today is Thursday, April 24th, 2025. Before now, we have been saying this, that most of the insecurity in Nigeria, not only in the southeast, are state-sponsored insecurity. What do I mean by state-sponsored insecurity? These are insecurity being sponsored by Nigerian state, either directly or indirectly. Most of the time, we bring video proofs for you on how the police confess that some politicians who are even lawmakers have been arrested. Up to today, we don't even hear about the result of the arrest, that they are sponsoring insecurity, that they are bandits, that are part of the banditry. Is it allegation against so many officials who are serving today? Is it the DSS arrested for aiding bandits in Osun State the other day, not more than a month today? So there is a proof, when I mean a proof, a total proof that Nigerian state is sponsoring insecurity against their people. And today, that is what Aloy Jimako is conveying, that Nnamdi Kanu is urging US, EU to investigate the alleged sponsored insecurity in the southeast Nigeria. Now, before we go further, the pictures you are seeing on the screen, it happens in Katsina. Katsina is the home state of Buhari, okay, the former president. Now, these are the terrorists you are seeing. They call them Fulani terrorists or Fulani bandits. Now, they are meeting with the Nigerian army. This happened some weeks ago. They are meeting the Nigerian army. Look at what surprises me. They will come to that meeting with AK-47, and the Nigerian military, the soldiers, will also allow them to go home with the same AK-47 that they came with. And the military alleged that they are meeting for peace. They are meeting for peace. Now, amidst all these things going on, you will see the same military saying that people who are agitating, who are seeking for referendum are criminals. This is what is happening in Nigeria, and it's important that people come to the full knowledge of what is going on. Now, This is the article from Sahara Reporters, and it reads that IPOB leader Nnamdi Kanu urges US, EU to investigate and sponsor insecurity in the southeast. Okay, now, time without number, Nigeria have sent messages, delegation to the EU, not to the US, okay, to the EU, telling them that Biafra agitators are the reason there is insecurity in the southeast. Anyway, like I used to say before, the globally, there is no international law. It's all about international interest. Even the EU, fully knowing well what is going on in the southeast, we still believe what the Nigerian state said because of interest. There is nothing like law when it comes to the international affair. Look at what is going on between Israel and Gaza, what America can do to any country. They can go to your country. There is nothing like law that exists when it comes to the international scene. That is what people fail to understand. Law does not work, you know, amidst all these nobodies. It is just interest. So I don't think that the EU don't even know what is going on. I believe they know everything that is going on, but because of their interest in Nigeria gas system that they are taking from Delta State down to Europe that have not fully worked, maybe that is the reason why anything the Nigerian state asks them to do, they will do it. These people are ready to do anything you ask them to do, as far as their own interest is being protected. This is what I want people to know, okay? Now, let's look at the details of the article. It reads that the detailed leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB Nnamdi Kanu, has called on the United States and the European Union to launch an independent investigation into what he described as state-sponsored insecurity plunging Nigeria's southeast region. Okay? Now, the reason why this independent investigation is important is because the Nigerian government has presented so many fake evidence to the EU that look at the people who are sponsoring this. And that is not true. Okay, if that is true, the insecurity will not be going on. And I think EU, all these people, US, international bodies, they are not truthful to themselves. They should ask, who is this sponsoring the one in Bono? Who is sponsoring the one in Benue, Delta, Enugu, Edo? It's holistic. Who is sponsoring all these ones? So do you mean that these people are just responsible for the Saudi? So who is responsible for other part of the country? That is that is an information that these people are supposed to seek, and that is why the independent investigation is very important. Now, Kanu made the call on Wednesday, that was yesterday, ahead of his upcoming trial on April 29, as concerns grows over the government's handling of security incidents in the region. According to Nnamdi Kanu, Special Counsel Aloy Jimako, the IPOB leader made the call when he met with his legal team on Wednesday to discuss what he claims are strategic attempts by the Nigerian government to discredit the group by linking it to a series of recent violent raids in Imo and Anambra states. Nnamdi Kanu met with his legal team, this is what Aloy Jimako wrote, to address the Nigerian government's alleged attempt to manipulate public opinion ahead of his trial on April 29, 2025. Nnamdi Kanu highlighted concerns over deliberate effort to falsely link the indigenous people of Biafra IPOB to fabricated raids in Imo and Anambra, describing these as state-sponsored tactics to deflect attention from global campaign for his release. Ejimako said in a statement he shared on X, formerly Twitter, after meeting with Nnamdi Kanu. Kanu, currently held in the DSS custody of the Department of State Service DSS, has long maintained that IPOB is a peaceful movement advocating for the self-determination of the Biafran people. All right, let me stop the article here. So, Nnamdi Kanu is saying that there is a tactics and a way that the Nigerian state is trying to link what is happening in the southeast to IPOB that he formed. Now, I want to let you people know something. The government, any government is so deep. There are so many things people don't know about government. You know, like what is happening in Zamfara, Sokoto. If I see what happened in 2014, how all these pastors, Ibanjo, Tinubu, Buhari, many of them, okay, Banda Mohammed, yeah, to mention but few, how they spend their own hard-earned money to import terrorists because they want to win election. Anybody who can do that can also sponsor insecurity. They can even sew Biafra clothes do all they want to do, paint mottos, Biafra flag, and they can add anything they want to add to discredit you. It's only people who don't know anything about government, especially in Africa, that will come out to say otherwise. These things are happening. Okay, state-sponsored insecurity, and the same state can manipulate everything that is going on. The same state, a country, can do any shit against their people. It's so shameful anyway. It's so shameful, but it is the way it is, okay? There is nothing that can make a country who sponsors insecurity against her people to work.
My assertion toward one Nigeria is, we can agree, you have your own leader, whether anybody accept it or not. The only leader with a powerful mantle of leadership from the eastern part of Nigeria is Nnamdi Kanu. There is a difference between ruler and a leader. You may have governors, you may have senators. Those are your rulers because they are using power to force you to do what you don't like. But Nnamdi Kanu, when he tell you everybody should not go out tomorrow, you people refuse to go out, not because you are afraid of Nnamdi Kanu, but because you believe he cannot choose something that can hurt you.
Okay.
That is what we call leadership. And equally, each and every region should have this kind of people. Then we should come together. We are Nigeria. We will enjoy our strategic location in terms of business. You are Biafran, you are moving into northern Nigeria to do your business. You don't need visa because we are a Nigerian. You are northerner, you want to go to Biafra to do your business. You don't need visa because you are a Nigerian. But the resources of Biafra should be controlled by Biafrans. Okay. The security architecture of Biafra should be provided by Biafrans. The resources of Oduduwa Republic should be controlled by Oduduwans. The security architecture and the economic policy as well as customary law should be an indigenous system that a Yoruba man will never feel that his culture, his history is being tampered under a system that is not fair and just to him. The same thing in northern Nigeria. Northerners should have a system that is working for them. There is no problem for people of different history, people of different religion, people of different background to be under the one system. But the difference is, can we accept our differences and live in peace and harmony? Can respect of one another be part of our differences? Wherever you see chaos, wherever you see conflicts, wherever you see crisis, it was initiated by injustice. If the Biafran people, they feel equally treated like other people from the other region, there should be no question of cessation. Okay. So Nigeria should have a single army. This our army should be Nigerian army. But the policing, there should be nothing like Nigerian police. There should be nothing like Nigerian custom. We should have Biafra regional custom, the northern regional custom, because if a northerners, they don't want to beer and alcohol in their region, they forbid it. It was not a it's not an exhibit if you go to Biafra land. So therefore, Biafran custom have the right to clear it to their own land. But if you bring somebody from Kano to clear what will enter Biafra land, whatever he see that to tamper his culture will touch his brain, will change his psychological thinking, it will now cause confusion. Okay, thank you. Those who I'm coming. Yeah. Those who created this system, they don't mean well for the North. They don't mean well for Nigeria. They don't mean well for Biafran, and they don't mean well for this thing. For them, Nigeria is just like a company for them, and zone choosing a general manager called president to put him there, and he has no power to implement any policy. If you allow me to be a president of Nigeria today, and Nigerians choose to abide by what I will say, By the year 2040, Nigeria will be among the most powerful nations in the world, not only in Africa. They say we are the giant of Africa. We are only sleeping giant. We are suffering like other African countries. We are suffering diseases like other African countries. We are suffering from poverty like other African countries. We are suffering from illiteracy like other African countries. We are suffering from corruption like other African countries. Then what makes us giant?
Okay, I have a question for you.
Okay? So we are what we do, not what we say we are.
Thank you.
And we are what we represent to you, not what you perceive we are.
Allah go bless you.
And what I want you to understand, Jobless King here, what he was saying, he disliked the approach. You didn't even listen to us throughout the discussion. Our discussion was not... No, you see, our discussion was not initially on this issue. Our discussion was in the generality of Africa. What is the fate of Africa in a modern generation? If you carefully study what entirely Africa is engulfed into, each and every African nation is suffering from nearly the same problem. And our problem is an imperial system being imposed on us by imperial arrogant powers that will not allow Africa to strive and develop as a continent. And we say we need leaders who understand what Africa needs. At this moment, what Africa needs is leadership, not necessarily democracy, because we don't know democracy before the coming of these colonial masters. And if you look at what they are offering or practicing in their own country, it is not necessarily democracy, it is their national interest. So we as Africans should be in a system that we will relate to any country, whether that country is Europe or whatever that country is, but we can only relate to that country based on mutual respect, where we are benefiting from the relationship, they are also benefiting. But in a situation whereby now, despite the abundant crude oil we have here in Nigeria, now see how much we are buying in liter. Many people believe maybe it is because of this or that. The reason is that there is a policy of pushing away fossil fuel as a main source of energy, and because majority of the country that are the country.
All right, so what do you think? Please drop your comment on the comment section what you think about it. All right, I will see you in my next video. Thank you and God bless you.